Now making moves through over on the B side, leaving Device by himself, but Fnatic have already spilled out onto the site, looking to try and get the plant down, and successfully endeavor just that. Magix, though, takes the head of Golden in amongst the process, and JW tries to get up close with the Glock, but misses a couple of bullets, and that could prove very costly and fatal for the rest of the troops. Crims, though, holding on for dear life with the Glock, gets in with 2 big headshots, and as ever, Crims is the bastion of hope for Fnatic. Getting outside already, trying to get up close and personal with Astralis, can hear the footsteps to his left-hand side, can see Mages, finally executes onto him, but pivots back into Glaive, who is joined by Dupree, and between the two of them, they have fended off this push, but only for a few more moments before JW pulls the trigger and gives Fnatic the advantage one more time. Just shy of a minute on the clock, and Fnatic are weighing up their options. Flash out into Device. You can stay on the site. Knows his back is covered from Ivy. Glaive has that watched. Additionally, second player coming up through Connector will be Zipex. May not be required because Device is doing it all alone. The AWP is just landing shots left and right. Oh, so easy for the Dane. And now Golden, 1-on-3 with the AK, gets sprayed down at range, and Astralis decent grenade damage, but they're going to have to follow it up with some Deagles and the Mag 7. Well, scratch the Mag 7. Zipex has just been removed, and with him, the Mag 7 will follow. Dupree, though, with his Deagle. We had him on the highlight, the head-to-head for his rifling, but his Deagle is definitely no slouch. Magisk dropped to 1 HP, but Device is using the close angle of the box holes, hoping to get the off angle, hoping to get that first pick, and they jump into him. He finishes off Crims, who gets splattered by the Deagle, and now the upgraded AK comes into play. This round is certainly not done just yet. Jaquinho going in for the white swing, gets punished by Device with the AK, and now JW is stuck between 3 players, can't get it done. And Astralis steal and snatch away this round out on CT. Connector will make this a little bit more of a dangerous affair for the CTs to spill out in, but the fact that they've taken down Jaquinho is huge. That player up close has been dealt the fatal blow. And now the 3v5 takes shape. Dupree is waiting in the wings for the green light to go in for the flank, and this is the ace up the sleeve, but JW is ripping this round away. He's put all his chips on the table. He's gone all in. And Golden tagged down to a measly 8 HP, maybe called upon to clutch this yet. JW is still in there, still trying his best to salvage this round, and gets yet another one. We said he's been a bit weak as of late, but this would be a beautiful moment to step up. Oh, peeking up before the flash has gone off Jaquinho. You just gift wrap that across the Device, and they're just going to be spilling in one by one. Device will not miss these chances. He's at the buffet, and he's devouring Fnatic without any issues at all. 15 kills already, make it 16, why not? And the smoke keeps him alive from upper, make it 17. And he could even finish it off, and he does with a beautiful ace. Yeah, down into the 2v2 here, Dust, and now Magis and Dupree gotta try and salvage and remedy the situation somehow, some way. Fnatic have clawed their way back into this round, and Jaquinho with 3 kills to his name. Maybe silence is suppressed by Magisk, who doesn't have any grenades at his disposal. JW may have no Kevlar, but he has the drop, has missed the first few bullets. Magis just needs to tickle the bomb, draw JW out into the opening. Looks like he may have done enough with time, and JW spraying into the head of Magisk. Here, you may need to reconnect to all the programs and stuff. I'll just carry on this until the problem is resolved. Apologies for that, ladies and gents. Some technical issues over here. I'm not crazy. I've not been talking to myself the whole time. I promise you. And now Crims down to 23 HP. But it's one of those players that has been eerily quiet. Raw potential off the charts. One of the best players on the planet when he's feeling like it, but he's run into another one. And Device is posted up close, so you can get that early intel. Fall back. This is where the other elements of Magisk may start to come in. And Magisk has landed the headshot. 35 seconds to play with, and Crims goes in. I don't know if you heard it. It feels bad. It's alright, I'm just crazy. I'll just go stand in the corner. I'm just talking to myself the whole time, just having conversations with myself. It's all good. Magisk go is really putting the bullet down range. Glaive pivots in for their second frag onto JW. Beautiful spray transfer. And that leaves Roland in the blink of an eye in a 1-on-4. And while his eyes have been closed, top of it. only the one unit of Golden that's moving through on Ivy. He's already been dealt with, and now Zipex may be called upon to repel the push on B. Now, of course, they don't care about a post plant. It's the last round of the half, so they're completely fine with falling back, allowing the T's to spill in, to leave themselves vulnerable and to get picked off left and right. Magisk puts a bullet down range, connects the frag, and even though it's a post plant, it's a 5-on-3. Good shot from Brolan. A shot that you probably expect Magisk to land more often than not. He's had a lot of success with his 11 kills with that secondary AWP. But Fnatic keeping themselves just above the water. Brolan submerges Glaive, takes him into the deep waters in our last round, and looking to try and do more, and he does just that. It's a delayed, strange 1-by-1 formation back onto the site. Device puts the kill into Brolan, at least giving them an opportunity to get onto the plant, but now there's so low time that only one kill will seal the deal, and it's JW that goes in for the wide swing, takes down Device, and then finishes off Zipex with the glove. After this, Dust 2 probably won't fare too well. Double grenades down onto box all. Chiquinho gets knocked down by Glaive. Was he mid-air during that frag, or was he the second player in? Not entirely sure, but it could have been an absolutely disgusting frag to pick up, and that will give way to the B site. Device at range takes off the head of Brolan, and now Zipex with the smoke, dispatching it towards the oil train. This will make it harder for Fnatic to go for that retake, and there is no flanking agent in effect either, so it'll have to be long-range incursions with the USPs. And it's unlikely that Astralis will pick too many times, but they actually have. And JW's just claimed the head of Zipex, actually giving Fnatic the player advantage now in this 2-on-3. And Magic's alongside Glaive are going to do very well to hold on to this site. Glaive has been absolutely punctured straight away, and Magic's has to try and clutch this 1-on-3. From the back of the site, he will strike with 2, and now we're playing the time. Crims has to tickle the bomb, and Magic's goes back in.
Device is 1 away from 30, with at least 3 rounds more to play. And they're wasting no time this round, coming into Outer, looking to challenge that E-box position. It's an even trade thus far.
Well, the even trade has now been flushed away. JW takes out Glaive with the AWP headshot. But Device on the prowl, 29 kills in round 20. Unbelievable stats. Unbelievable impact he's had, and there's another one. He's landed the 30 bomb and 31 as they peek him to him 1-by-1. Device is on some kind of miracle play right now. Godly. Someone needs to take him down a peg or two, but instead they just feed him, drip feed him more frags.
This is a tough one. He's got the kid, he's got time. He's actually going up ladder. Device is going to hear this. Got the P250 ready to go, and Golden never could collect himself. And
has been isolated. He is alone against 3. Can maybe use this smoke, though, as a bit of an opportunistic strike, but Magisk just pivots around and takes his head off. I thought it would at least be a 1-for-1. But with him falling down, there's now an opportunity for Astralis. They still are low on time, and Brolan with the spray on point, putting that on for use. Crims now posted on the site, goes down to the hands of Glaive. Seemed confused and perplexed as to where the T's were coming in from. And in amongst that chaos, he gets finished off. And now Golden, who's made a lot of noise through on Pop Dog, is not long for this world. Astralis took their sweet time.
Out and an NP9 in play, and Glaive just dancing around the outer yard. They have no idea.
Now they do, but it's too little too late. Brolan's still lost his life. Glaive does go down to the hands of Chiquinho at least, so Fnatic do have the player advantage momentarily. And they can also upgrade some of those SMGs to AUGs, and they have an AUG and a Scout, so it's looking pretty good. Chiquinho holding the line with the AUG alongside Crims, and it leaves it to Device. The way he has been playing, though, do not write the first map denial. God. He's actually bypassed the green train. Crims isolated from Golden. Golden gets found and fragged, but there's Crims, who's not expecting the second player up so close. Utility, but there is a lot of it centralized on Chiquinho. He has an Incendiary and a HE, the only ones at their disposal. Magisk playing up close. This is a position, especially with 5 players left, you expect to see someone in. Dupree, the backside of Boyle, deals with JW, goes in for second, and is successful. Magisk has been put down, courtesy of Brolan, but all the CTs are dwindling away, and Device has picked up his 39th frag. Crims will be trying to make moves up close right now, knows he's got no time, and Device...
The CT's looking to get aggressive at middle, but it's been picked up upon by Device and Glaive. They're taking care of it just fine.
Taking care of business, taking out the push. But Golden at least is going to return the favor with 2 kills and could be going in for a 3rd. They had a very slow start over on Train, but already showing that he's no slouch. Putting more damage down onto Glaive. Magisk finally will put him out of his misery and get the avenging frag, but the bomb's been spilled out. Information gathered, and now Fnatic know they can push up 2 more plays up middle. Another 1-for-1 trade. And it's all about Brolan for me, because Crims is going to be going down to the hands of Dupree, and Brolan is trying to make moves up CT.
Out, but the problem is they have no smoke to cross, and Brolan is right here to deal with them. He's sending out pot shots, but they work together so well. And
if they do focus too heavily on JW, that's where Crims can free himself up. The flashes are consistent and they are on point. No bodies have yet been put down, but now the casualties are starting to rein in. The body count is maximizing for Fnatic, although Glaive is going to alleviate some of the pressure and goes in for another one. Dig didn't see it from his perspective, but Dupree's now going to get one of his own, and Glaive can maybe close this one out, but he's only on 3 HP, and Brolan will make sure. And already up middle, double smokes on to wrap around. This puts so much pressure on JW. He at least gets one, but that really won't be good enough. And Zipex, who's been waiting and anticipating this fast rotation, gets 2, and Dupree goes back out for the peak. Brolan is doing his best to hold on to the remnants of this round.
That it's kind of still tough, but he's going to see what he can do. Great angle here on the mage, just great headshot as well. It could happen now.
3K to Brolan, but time itself is beginning to tick away. An enemy device yet to get a kill, yet to get off the mark, but they not need to. Even with the kill, Brolan does not have enough time. He may not live to tell the tale. He was really very close, but train. They've bounced back with authority. Golden may be in the thick of it once this smoke clears, and instead he will be choked out by Magisk's AK, and he spins in for 2. Beautiful, brisk entry frags.
Indeed, smoke for the cross as well, so it's going to really put that pressure on A side. It's going to draw a lot of rotations here over through CT spawn. There's a smoke for the cross, but there's a pretty wide gap right there that Astralis must navigate, but it certainly helps that Magisk still has cat position to kind of help shoot in.
Kino, aggression, peeking through on B apps. Grenade proceeds the push, but still lands the man of Dupree and goes in for more. They walk in 1 by 1, and Jaquinho, he is smurfing over on B site for this round. Device alongside Magisk remain, but JW should have them as soon as they come out of the smoke. Misses the shot that could allow them a little bit of safe passage. He backs away and baits in for Brolan again. JW nearly gets finished off by the Molotov, and in the meanwhile, Magisk moves through as there is actually...
If they take a loss here in round 12, they've already taken a very heavy lick of damage on their key player at middle with that op shot. And now a 2-for-1 exchange gives Astralis long A control and man advantage. Vince, this is looking quite grim for Fnatic.
Yeah, they're just hemorrhaging plays. Device has gone in for 2 on middle as well. The B side, which is Jaquinho. And of course, as ever, Brolan, who's got 1 already. Dipping off with a 15th frag, but now he has met his demise. Good Molotov placement will afford safe passage for Jaquinho for the time being. They're doing a really good job of holding the line. Another incendiary is now being tossed down with a Molotov, and Jaquinho has to force him to the back of the site and actually gets more kills. They hold on to the site against...
Big round here to determine who will have that control going into the second half. Glaive, his answer so far is it's going to be us, but this aggression on the long A tunnel with Crims could pose to be a problem, as the bomb is still down towards T-spawn. Zipex the closest member to it. Timing will be everything, but Zipex is being so patient. In the meantime, Device is continuing to collect over towards middle and Cat. They have the 5-on-3 now. Crims, again, still not able to make his move. Now he does. He finds his man, but it feels like it's come too late, Vince. Yeah, he gets a kill back, but they're still down in the round. He has to give up the bomb. It's a tough ask.
He does go back out again, but Mage is just playing so passively. There's still 45 seconds left. They had every reason to just hold fire and see if he repeat that, try to wrap around the back of them. He didn't see the bomb in his first frag. That definitely hurt him. JW, though, at the back of the car is going to make it sting onto Mages. That's the bomb that's dropped down as well, but Molotov has been tossed in. Device goes 1 for 1. As here comes Jaquinho, a chance to tie it up, a chance to get real close come the second half. He's missing quite a few bullets, both players similar HP. Fake flash, not doing anything to the young Swede. He holds the line, but Dupree passes the bullet between his eyes. CT side, it depends on how well Glaive holds the line here. USP by his side, smoke goes into his eyes, has a smoke of his own to extinguish that molly, and also flash himself through. It's also biding enough time for the window player to peek in one too many times, but Dupree, that first headshot was a thing of beauty, but he can't finish off the rest. Crims and JW, last Swede standing, will be a post plant as JW rushes down the bomb. And Crims taking a fight at range while the rest of the CT start to try and spill around into tunnels. JW, big headshot onto Glaive, maybe going to peek out one more time, and JW need to wind back the clock and find some of that old form to clutch down against Device. It's a battle of the Titans, and there's such an important moment in this game. Device is hemorrhaging health, but still takes him down with the MP9. already anticipates he's going to be smoked off twice, but the thing with the run and gun style and an underarm grenade is this could slow and soften these targets so much. Waiting, perfect timing, and he gets the purchase. Not just the HE connects, but he sprays through the smoke and finishes off Jaquinho. Golden down to 1 HP. And they are struggling. Another HE tossed up and over. This could finish off Golden and denies the bomb plant just for a couple more seconds before it finally goes down. Crims though pops back up again. Dangerous game of whack-a-mole and puts the Galil to use on Glaive. 3v3 as Zipex goes in again. It's so chaotic, but it's going the way of Astralis. And Brolan is a million miles away from clutching this round. He needs to purchase more frags. There's one looking for a second. They're defusing the bomb behind the sanctuary of the box. And with a kit, they will make it work. They stick the landing and Astralis with a successful retake.
Another big round here. A big entry from Brolan onto Zipex. Fnatic trying to build something here off the back of that previous round. It's a good start. Again, round 20. Glaive, though, trying to challenge at middle. Only good for one with the UMP. Device trying to get assertive here on Catwalk. Not going to find his man. May just did, but now he's left all alone. He's going to have to be a true magician to pull one out here. And unfortunately for him,
to change their options, so should they feel like maybe B isn't the right call after all.
Yeah, big entry from Crims. Like you said, the options will be left open for them with so much time left. But Glaive, the aggress through the smoke at spawn. That's a big pickup. It gets the advantage back for Astralis. And now May just pops off at B as well. They're staying out in front. Vincent Golden's so low on health.
Very low on health. Crims may need to do all the heavy lifting for this round. Golden basically sacrificing himself to the CSGO to get this flat down. He will instantly get repelled afterwards. Crims 1 on 3 and Device with the quick wide swing from window.
Still has, you know, good ideas about where the T's are positioned. Zipex, though, is stranded. He doesn't have any support, though Dupree has some flashes he could throw from the corner if Zipex starts to feel a little bit of heat. That's a perfectly timed HE grenade. He's going to absolutely stuff them in the doors.
3 kills for Zipex and looking for more. JW's been smacked down to 7 HP. He has to just turn away and run for the hills.
Keep shrinking that gap on the scoreboard.
I think it especially makes sense because it felt like the course correction moment was when they got the double ops in play for Astralis. Right, though, going in that round particularly leaves a couple players bare, and he definitely can't get the double ops.
This is the problem, Vince.
Has got an AK, yeah, and this is becoming a real issue for Fnatic. They've already lost 2 players. Golden's tagged down to 30.
And Dupree has middle. They have no fallback option. They are bottlenecked into A. They have to commit to this. And again, there's an AK on Glaive. There's Deagles aplenty elsewhere. Golden's low. This is a real big issue.
Zipex with a Deagle on the cross, tries to fall back. There's a gap in the smoke, but it doesn't get punished. He just needs to stay alive. He knows that rotational play is coming in, and Dupree with the Deagle is putting down damage, death, and decay alongside Zipex. Be a flashbang into middle. This time Glaive isn't playing it. It's Zipex instead. Based off spawns, Glaive had the best spawn for long, and Zipex tries to thread the needle through middle. And he doesn't just do that, he threads the first frag. In doing so, alleviates some of the pressure that's been building up on the B site now. Utilities being tossed in. They have to be wary and cognizant of the fact that Zipex could push through the CT side at any given moment. And this is isolating Golden from the rest of his team, and that's the bomb that's gone down. The bomb's dropped outside of Vito. It goes from bad to worse, and they need entries desperately. Crims is the man for the job. Takes off the head of Dupree, and now Magic's stuck at the back of the car. Gonna try and maneuver himself into a potential clutch. Down go Fnatic, and Astralis take both map 6.